To the members of the member committee, to the local committee executive board, to the Commission on Elections, and to the entire plenary, good morning. I am Jejomar or Bongat, a junior taking Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering. I am from the experienced AIESEC batch, but I was given the opportunity to be your Assistant Vice President for Non-Exchange Partnerships this semester. Now, I humbly stand before you, aspiring to be the next Vice President for External Relations. I have a fourfold vision for ER, for it to be a full service of support to AIESEC UPD. First, I envision AIESEC UPD as a first choice of potential partners. I want us to have our own identity and established brand with external stakeholders, just like how other organizations have, that would make them easily want to partner with us. Second, I would like to see ER as a home department of passionate AIESECers who are willing to share this passion with everyone, even to those who they don't know. I wish for this passion to be something that we can show and highlight to our externals, for them to get to see the effects of the various AIESEC products to our members. Third, I want to be able to introduce more effective and efficient strategies in carrying out ER operations. This vision is very special to me because this is one of the many opportunities for me to be able to make IE and AIESEC meet. In IE, we are trained to identify areas for improvement and quickly design solutions to do the right things while doing things right. Finally, I would like to ensure that the lifelong connection of alumni to AIESEC UPD is delivered in a very satisfactory manner. I would like our LC to be able to reach out to and engage even more of our alumni, and I would want to make sure that they are happy with this reconnection with us. Here is my proposed structure for ER for the coming term. With ER no longer handling exchange partnerships next term, we can take this opportunity of splitting the 3 sub-teams under non-exchange partnerships. This would allow for ER roles to be redesigned, giving our members the opportunity of having highly specialized jobs. These 3 sub-teams will be project partnerships, long-term partnerships, and exchange support partnerships. The alumni relations team will still be present with the same general function. There will also be an auxiliary OC in charge of organizing events and activities, complementing the operations of the other ER teams. We wish to motivate members not only for them to do what is asked of them, but because we wish for them to be proactive AIESECers who exceed expectations and have a positive impact in society. If ER members have this very proactive mindset, coupled with a higher level of motivation, then we would be able to amplify our performance. And this applies not only to ER, but also to other departments and teams. A is for autonomy. This would be giving the members the opportunity to select what function they would want to perform within ER, but this should not compromise the talent plan. ER members would be highly encouraged to design their own functional strategies. With this, we're actually trying to find the best balance between ER's manpower needs and their desire to drive their own growth. M is for mastery. If you know what you are doing and you keep on getting better at it, you will be driven to try to become even better and become the best. We can achieve this kind of motivation in ER by encouraging mentoring between ER members and having a general ER learning plan, which can serve as a guide as to how we could encourage our ER members to develop skills and competencies and grow professionally. P is for purpose. There is a typical mindset of a salesperson that his or her purpose is to get funds for the project he or she is working for. This may be right, but there is a deeper underlying purpose in that role, and that actually lies in the impact of his or her output. If we have members who are completely aware of how she or he can contribute to the success of a project that creates a great positive impact in society, and that they fully understand the reason behind such operations, these members will be invigorated with a stronger feeling of purpose, not just to the organization, but to themselves. And this will motivate them to give their best and make even more. Aside from these 3, I wish to establish very personal relationships between all ER members. How do you expect someone to work for you if you don't know that person well enough? If the relationship between members is mostly work-based, they would easily get burned out. I wish to give my members time to spend with each other outside of their AIESEC work, for them to get to know each other more and build stronger friendships. Examples would be ER Friday night outs, or maybe even ER airport pickups. This would give them a different sense of accountability when performing their tasks. They would feel accountable to each other, even as friends, on top of their professional accountability. This can drive them to do better and not let their peers down. We wish to be able to make ER perform better, and we can do this by improving our operations while innovating new ones. Here are some of the ways in which we can do that in the context of corporate partnerships. First, we should intensify market segmentation efforts and take into consideration the process of segmenting, targeting, and positioning. Identifying groups of customers, target groups, and creating strategies to make the product appeal to these target groups would aid us in making our sales efforts more efficient and effective. This step in the marketing cycle is sometimes overlooked because of the urgency to bring in financial sponsors for our projects and operations, only for us to realize later on that investing time and effort in this would yield better results. From this, we could create sales plans containing a general strategy for the product, the market segments, and companies within each segment, and the target segments with specific strategies in tapping each. Another thing that we can do is to adapt different strategies in networking and building partnerships. The typical approach is initially for cold calling, but if we use other means like personal connections, we could get the job done a lot easier. Moreover, these don't have to be parental or family connections. We should highly encourage all AIESECers to take initiative in building his or her own personal connections. Good examples would be like attending PR events of companies and attempting to network with the marketing manager. We should also utilize new strategies in updating potential partners about the latest events and news within the LC. An example would be monthly mailers to our pending accounts and to companies who have initially declined to partner with us but are open to partnering in the very near future. During the networking process, we could utilize individual account trackers and to aid account handling. These should be visible to all members of ER and not just to the account manager. This could be like a journal of sorts for each account, wherein each attempt to contact and each relevant update would be recorded. Ultimately, the account tracker will be closed when the company refuses, or ideally, when the partnership has been finalized. Even if we have established partnerships, we have to work even harder to fulfill our part of the agreement. This is so that we could retain and even expand these partnerships for our future endeavors. We should promote an LC-wide culture of involvement in our efforts for customer relationship management. The delivery of partner needs to our partners should not only be the effort of the account manager and not even only within ER. It should be an LC-wide effort. We could use trackers containing a list of our deliverables to our partners. This would simply be a deliverable tracker viewable by and concerning the entire LC. Seeing everyone being involved in delivering our end of the agreement to our partners would definitely be very appealing to them. I may have talked about corporate partnerships a bit too much, but I would also like to share everyone some of my plans for alumni relations. In a nutshell, database expansion should be organic and that we can actually tap our alumni to be learning partners. Most of them are very receptive in sharing their experiences and expertise with members of our LC. And they could also share with us names of their AIESEC batchmates and how we could contact these people. We can take advantage of this receptiveness in making various projects aimed to maximize learning from alumni. Also, they are easily engaged through gatherings with each other. With these, we could make alumni member mixers, which is basically a series of open spaces to be followed by socials right after. Open spaces could take off from the alumni mentorship series, and we could collaborate with PM in determining what could be the most appropriate discussion topics. The socials that would follow after would allow for alumni to catch up with each other and also for them to get to know our members more. If all goes well, it would be like hitting 3 birds with 1 stone, and we could actually create a want within our alumni to support us even further. I may be a new member, but I have no regrets in taking the opportunity to step up to this challenge. I see the great potential for ER members to be great positive change agents. It can be tiring, but it is very, very fulfilling. I am Jejomar Bongat, and I wish to be your next LCVP ER. Thank you very much.